Hi again! This is part 2 of my Surreal 2016 anime convention experience. This story takes place at Colossalcon in Sandusky, Ohio. Colossalcon happens to fall on the same weekend usually as Sandusky Bike Week, so you get this weird mix of bikers and leather babes and nerds and high cosplay fashion. So at this convention, we usually go to a hibachi restaurant after the masquerade, as usual. And the show had finished up for the food, and I was talking with my friend Holly on my left and my best friend Bo-chan on my right. And this one guy who was here for Bike Week kept shouting out to the chef, "Hey, I need a selfie with the chef, I need a selfie with the chef," and the chef is pointedly ignoring him, trying super hard not to acknowledge this stupid white man. And my friend Bo-chan takes pity on his poor soul and goes, "I'll take a selfie with you, bro." And they take a selfie over by the koi pond. They come back, and I notice that his friend is pointedly staring at me. And I'm talking to Holly, trying really hard not to acknowledge the other people on the other side of the table. And finally, he finally realizes that staring at me creepily will not get him anywhere. And he goes, hey, you! I'm still talking to Holly. Hey, you in the leather! Holly's like, I think he's talking to you. Shut up and keep talking. Don't leave me with them. And he goes, you in the leather! And I just go, what? What do you want? And he goes, can I have your number? And a light bulb flicks on in my head, and I see my chance, and I take it. And I just start quoting the refrain of Meghan Trainor's "No." And I think I said something along the lines of, my number is no, my name is no, you need to let it go. And somewhere around somewhere in the middle of the second line, the rest of the restaurant had started to join me. And by the end of the verse, the entire restaurant had just shamed this guy. And we all had a good laugh over it, and I'm like, oh, man, this is going to make a great story someday. Unfortunately, that's not where the story ends, because this guy was very persistent. And he calls out to me again, he goes, hey, you! What? What do you want? And he's like, can I have your number? And I try to think of a polite way after just humiliating him in front of this entire restaurant of people. I go, I'm sorry, I'm not local to here. And he goes, that's okay, I can travel. And my only thought is, this thirsty motherfucker. And I just kind of laugh it off, and I go back to talking to Holly, because we're still talking about something. I cannot for the life of me tell you what we were talking about, but it was super important at the time. So at one point, his two friends tried to help him out. His one friend's just trying to flirt with other people, but his other two friends tried to help him out by asking me what I was dressed as. And I explained my Felicia Hardy cosplay and where she's from and whatnot. And my friend Holly, trying to stroke my ego, was like, I can't believe you made that. Why would you make a leather jacket when you can just buy one and alter it? And I'm like, well, I had a very specific vision, and I had to make sure that my belt matched, which is why I made my belt. And let me tell you, making a utility belt is like the worst experience. If you can find one to just buy and alter, do it. Because I hated myself for having to hand stud everything. So I was like, my entire life is on this utility belt. I needed it. My wallet's here. My phone is here. My room key is here. My badge is here. My flask is on this thing. My entire life is on this belt. And and his friends are like, wait, what does it say? And I said, it says, show me your kitties, which for Felicia Hardy is very funny because she's basically a sex kitten and she wears cleavage out to everywhere. And they just start laughing, smacking their friend in the shoulder. You have to show her! You have to show her! And I'm like, I don't get it. And I'm trying to think of a way that this won't end terribly. And I'm like, do you have a cat? And they're howling with laughter. And he's turning bright red. And I'm grasping at straws. I'm like, do you play Neko Atsume? Pokemon Go hadn't come out by the time Colossalcon was happening. So, like, Neko Atsume was, like, the thing that everyone was doing over the summer at the time. And he's like, brighter red than the lobster that they serve in this restaurant. And he just sighs. And he's like, do you want to see my kitty? And I go, what do I have to lose? Sure, dude, show me your kitty. and he starts to lower the waist. He stands up. He lowers the waistband on his pants. And I see the insignia of Hello Kitty's face on his abdomen. And at first, my brain tries to protect me, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know that they made Hello Kitty underwear for men. And Holly next to me can't breathe. She's laughing so hard. And she's like, Panda, no. That was a tattoo. This guy had a Hello Kitty tattoo on his pelvis. This is the best $15 purchase I think I have ever made from Claire's.